Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia, home of the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Tonight, the Royals play host to the Front Royal Cardinals. A little bit late getting started tonight. We had some rain and nasty weather run through the area, and with all the lightning in the area, they decided to push it back to 7:30, and then more lightning pushed us back to 7:45. But here we are, ready to go. The Royals and the Cardinals, both teams come in 3-2, tied for second place in the Northern Division, a game behind the Woodstock River Bandits. Last night, the Royals winners over Waynesboro on the road, their first road victory of the season. They knocked off Waynesboro 10-4. Front Royal lost to Strasburg 9-7. Other games last night. Percival knocked off Newmarket 7-6. Stanton knocked off Culpeper 11-6, and Harrisonburg lost 5-4 to the Woodstock River Bandits. That's two losses in a row for Harrisonburg after they started the season undefeated. That Stanton team, since their loss here on Tuesday night, they came back with a vengeance Wednesday night, scored 18 runs and then 11 again last night. So the Braves 5-1, they lead the Southern Division with a 5-1 record and own the best record in the league right now. Is Woodstock a half game back at 4-1. Royals picked up their first road win of the season last night, a 10-4 victory over the Waynesboro Generals. They are now 2-1 against the Southern Division. Other games on tap for tonight. They're underway in Covington. The Lumberjacks lead Waynesboro 5-2 there in the third. Culpeper's at Harrisonburg. Stanton's at Charlottesville. Woodstock's at Percival. And Strasburg is at Newmarket. We'll keep you updated on those scores as we have time. Taking a look at the starting lineups for tonight's ballgame. First for the visiting Front Royal Cardinals. Again, 3-2 on the season, tied with the Royals and Percival for second place in the Northern Division. Shortstop Soda Tishima leads it off, plays the shortstop. He's from Santa Ana College. Batting second, Caden Hessemeyer, the second baseman from Florida Gulf Coast. He'll be followed by the left fielder from Virginia Military Institute, VMI, Boston Torres. Cleanup hitters, Jose Figueroa, the designated hitter from Florida A&M. Aiden McNelly, the first baseman from Marist College, will bat fifth. Jackson Hill, the right fielder from the University of Texas Arlington, batting sixth. Josh Quesada, haven't had lunch yet. Josh Quesada, the third baseman from San Diego State, will bat seventh. Isaiah Frost, center fielder from the University of Missouri Columbia, will bat eighth. J.P. Williams, the catcher from James Madison, bats ninth. On the mound for the Cardinals, making his first appearance of the season, Trevor Nicholas, right-hander from the University of North Florida. For the Winchester Royals, they'll light it up like this. 3-2 on the season, also tied for second place. J.D. Padilla, center fielder from Shenandoah, leads it off. Connor Guy, the right fielder from St. John's River State College, bats second. Nick Avagano, the designated hitter from Richard Stockton College of New Jersey, bats third. Cleanup hitter Nick Rubendahl, the first baseman from Shepherd College, will bat in the cleanup spot. Justin Ruiz bats fifth. Catcher from High Point, Ty Frito, the shortstop from Mount St. Mary's, will bat sixth. Tyler Beddick, third baseman from Long Island University, bats seventh. John Emmendorfer, the second baseman from Charleston Southern, bats eighth. And local boy Bodie Pullen, the left fielder from Shepherd College, will bat ninth. Owen Powell, the right-hander from Francis Marion, will get the start. His first start, second appearance on the season. We will check his stats momentarily, but first we're going to step aside for the playing of our national anthem as we honor America on this celebration of D-Day across America. It's baseball from Bridgeport, the Front Royal Cardinals and the Winchester Royals. Mark Sawyer on the call for tonight's game. Stay tuned. First inning coming up. Both these teams back in action tomorrow night. The Royals on the road at Strasburg for their first meeting with the Express. Supposed to open up opening night here against Strasburg, but that game rained out. And Percival will be at Front Royal. The Cardinals return home, and of course our friends over in Strasburg and Front Royal will have those calls for you tomorrow night. Owen Powell making his second appearance, his first start. He's worked 4 innings for the Royals. He's allowed 3 hits, 2 runs. They're both earned. He's walked 2, struck out 4, earned run average of 4.50. Little wet in the stands, but other than that, it looks like the weather has moved out of the area, and we're ready to go for game number 5 of the Valley Baseball League season. Both these teams, along with everybody else in the Northern Division, 1 game behind as they were all rained out opening night. 2 games got played opening night, so 4 teams have got all their games in. Don't forget the rainout for the Royals game opening night against Strasburg will be made up this Monday right here against the Express. So the Royals home both both Sunday and Monday night here at Bridgeport. Charlottesville in town on Sunday, and then Strasburg here on Monday night. These 2 teams back in action together on Tuesday when the when the Royals made their first trip to Front Royal on Tuesday. Soda Teshima, the shortstop from Santa Fe College, leads it off. First pitch swinging. He'll foul it off to the Royals dugout, 0-1. Teshima has played in 2 games for the Cardinals, a .375 hitter, 3 for 8. He has a double, no home runs, and RBI. He's walked 3 times. The 0-1 swung on and missed, 0-2. A nice off-speed pitch there from Powell to jump ahead in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 off the plate for ball 1-2. What do you want? Don't you have a life? We got to get you a hobby. A ball and no strikes. The 3-hole hitter just misses outside, count 2-0. The 2-0 line towards second base, but right at the Royal second baseman Emmendorfer. He will make the catch, and good base running at first base as he waited to see the ball through and did not, so he's headed back to first to avoid the double play. They bring up Jose Figueroa, the designated hitter from Florida A&M. Figueroa's played in 4 games for the Cardinals, a .333 hitter, 4 for 12. No home runs, no RBIs. He has walked 6 times. Another left-handed hitter in the Cardinals lineup, and that's in there for a strike, 0-1. So Powell, after walking the leadoff hitter, has retired the next 2 hitters, trying to get out of the first inning with no damage done. Check of the runner, the 0-1. Sliders down in the dirt, stolen base as Ruiz couldn't come up with the pitch cleanly. It slips out of his hand and it's no throw to second. So Teshima will steal second, and he's in scoring position now with 2 outs for Figueroa. The 1-1 off the plate for a ball, 2-1. Check of the runner at second, the 2-1. Downstairs, 3-1. Aiden McNeely waits on deck. If Figueroa can extend the inning here. Powell's 3-1 pitch, lifted toward left field, or right field rather. Settling underneath of it is Connor Guy, and he will make the catch on the high fly ball to right. So leadoff walk. Cardinals get him to second base, but that's where he'll stay. For the Cardinals here in the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, and runner left. Your score after a half an inning, Front Royal 0. Winchester coming to bat. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the first. Royals and Cardinals, no score. On the mound for the Cardinals, Trevor Nicholas from North Florida, making his first appearance of the year for the Cardinals. So he'll face the Royals. Defensively for the Cardinals, behind him out in the outfield, left to right, Boston Torres, Isaiah Frost, Jackson Hill. Around the infield, third to first, Josh Casada, Soda Teshima, Caden Hessemeyer and Aiden McNeely. Behind the plate, J.P. Williams. And again, Nicholas on the mound for the Cardinals. Leading it off, Jamie Padilla, the All-American from Shenandoah. Plays his home games right here. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Padilla on the season, a .346 hitter. He's played in all 5 games for the Royals, 9 for 26. No home runs, 6 RBIs, but he has a pair of doubles and a triple. The 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. 2 different publications listed Padilla as an All-American after the season. He's a 4th team and a 5th team All-American. The 1-1 rather. In there for a strike, 1-2. D3.com gave him a 5th team All-American, and ABCA Rawlings a 4th team All-American. The 1-2 to Padilla. Fouled out of play. The count holds at 1-2. Nicholas has his sign, the wind, the 1-2. Slider just misses outside. Nicholas thought he got the corner, but count evens up 2-2. Just underway. Had a little weather delay here as we finally get going. The 2-2, that'll miss upstairs. Count 3-2. Payoff pitch. Line towards short, just over the outstretched glove of Teshima into left field for a base hit. Sato's another couple inches taller. That's right in his glove, but just over the top of his glove for a hit for the Royals. I bring up Connor Guy. Guy, the right fielder from St. John's River State College. Get my computer can cooperate here, and I'll tell you Guy's numbers. Guy's played in all 6 games, or all 5 games for the Royals. A .250 hitter, 3 for 12. No home runs, 1 RBI. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The Royals, through 5 games, have 1 home run as a team. And that was fastball in there for a strike, 0-2. I apologize. They have 1 triple as a team, no home runs as a team. Pitch and throw to first. Padilla back in time. The 0-2 grounded towards second base. Could be 2 off to first, and the throw to first is going to be down, and it's going to get past the first baseman. Throw to second, and Guy's in there safely. So Padilla will be erased on the fielder's choice, 4-6. Guy will move to first on the fielder's choice. He'll go to second on the E6. And the Royals will have a runner at second with 1 out for Nick Avignano, the designated hitter from Richard Stockton College of New Jersey. Avignano's played in 3 games for the Royals, a .375 hitter, 3 for 8. No home runs and RBI. First pitch to Avignano will miss inside, 1-0. And now he's going to ask for time. Now he's back in the box ready to go, 1-0 on the Royals designated hitter. The 1-0 fisted toward the front Royal dugout, and that'll get out of play to even the count 1-1. McNeely gave it a look, but he ran out of room just beyond the front Royal dugout. Count 1-1 now. Bottom of the first, no score. Royals trying to jump on top here first. Nicholas comes set, the 1-1. That's downstairs for a ball, 2-1. Check of the runner, the 2-1. Slider fouled at the plate to even the count, 2-2. Avignano trying to, at the very least, get the runner to third here. Two-two. Slider on the outside corner, and he is down on strikes. Avignano thought he was outside, but good pitch there from Nicholas for the second out of the inning. I'm going to bring up Nick Rubendahl, the first baseman from Shepherd. Rubendahl playing in has played in 4 games for the Royals, a .308 hitter, 4 for 13. No home runs, 4 RBIs. Looking to add to that number here. Another slider in there for a strike, nothing in 1. So Nicholas has found his slider on the outside part of the plate in good shape here the first inning. Check of the runner at second, the set, the 0-1. Inside move, but nobody covering, so Guy will scramble back to second base, but nobody there. The 0-1. Grounded toward third base. Up with it is Cazada, and he will throw Rubendahl out to end the inning. So for the Royals, they get a leadoff hitter on, get him to second base, but he'll be left there. No runs a hit, no errors. I'm sorry, 1 error for front Royal and 1 runner left on base. Your score after 1 complete. Front Royal 0, Winchester 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the second. No score between the Cardinals and the Royals. 5, 6, 7. McNally, Hill, and Casado to hit for the Cardinals here in the second. First pitch from Powell, down and away. 1-0. McNeely playing in his fourth game for the Cardinals, a 125 hitter, 1 for 8. No home runs, no RBIs. Right-handed hitting first baseman, the 1-0. That's outside, 2-0. The 2-0 grounded sharply down the third base line, past a diving Bennick into left field. It'll be an easy leadoff double for McNeely as he ripped it right down the line. Past the diving Tyler Bennick, and he'll be at second base now with nobody out for Jackson Hill. Hill, the right fielder from the University of Texas, Arlington. 353 hitter playing in his fifth game, 6 for 17. No home runs, 2 RBIs. First pitch to Hill. In there for a strike, 0-1. Powell's 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Good pitch there to get ahead in the count, 0-2. No score, top of the second, just underway after a 45-minute weather delay. Oh, the beauty of the AstroTurf. Field was ready to go as soon as it stopped raining. The 0-2. Tap foul at the plate. We'll do it again, 0-2. Both teams have had runners at second base in the early going. Nobody's been able to push them across yet. The 0-2 to Hill. Grinding right back up the middle. It's going to move the runner to third. Frito up with it. He'll throw on to first in time to retire Hill. But McNeely will be at third base now with less than 2 outs. For Jose Quesada. I'm sorry, it's Josh. I keep calling him Jose. I don't know why. Josh Quesada, the third baseman from San Diego State University. Quesada leads the Cardinals with a .500 batting average. He's played 3 games. He's 2 for 4. No home runs and RBIs. He's been walked 4 times and hit once. First pitch off the plate for a ball. 1-0. The Royals will play even with the bag on the corners and normal depth up the middle, conceding the run on a ground ball up the middle. A 1-0. That'll miss outside. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. 1 out, top of the second. The 2-0. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Powell trying to work around a 1-out double, or a leadoff double rather. Grounded foul toward the Royals dugout. Count evens up 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Powell's offering downstairs for a ball. Count runs 3-2 now. As Quesada tries to get the Cardinals on the board here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Powell has his sign. He'll come set, the 3-2. Lifted toward right field. Should be deep enough. Guy coming in hard. And he will give way to the second baseman, who will make the catch in shallow right field, and it will not be deep enough, as Emmendorfer went out and made the catch in shallow right field. Guy was coming hard, but Emmendorfer called him off, and with a shallow fly ball to the infield there, McNeely stays at third, and now it'll be up to Isaiah Frost, the center fielder from the University of Missouri Columbia. First pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Frost, a 125 hitter, played in 2 games for the Cardinals, 1 for 8, no home runs, 1 RBI. Chance to double that right here. A 1-0. Grounded toward first. Up with it is Rubendahl, and he'll run over and tag the bag. So the Cardinals get a leadoff runner to second base, but they'll leave him at third. Powell works around another leadoff batter at second for the Cardinals. No runs a hit, no errors, a runner left. Your score after an inning and a half. Winchester 0, Front Royals 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Welcome back to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia. Mark Sawyer on the call for tonight's game between the Cardinals and the Royals. We go to the bottom half of the second. No score between these 2 Northern Division rivals. Nicholas back to the mound for the Cardinals. He'll face 5, 6, 7 for the Royals here in the second. Ruiz, Frito, and Bennick. Ruiz, the catcher from High Point, will lead it off. Hitting .455 on the young season. He's played in 3 games, 5 for 11. No home runs, 3 RBIs, and he'll take one high and tight that'll go all the way to the backstop. 1-0 the count. One and 0 to Ruiz. Ruiz has a double on the season as that drops in there for a strike. 1-1. Slider will miss upstairs, maybe a little bit outside. 2-1 the count. Nicholas is 2-1. Fouled out of play. Count evens up 2-2. Both these teams in action for the foreseeable future with that rain out opening day. Next off day will be the following Monday, the 16th. before anybody gets off unless Mother Nature intervenes. Grounded foul toward third. Up with it is Quesada. He can't handle it. So he had plenty of time to throw Ruiz out, but couldn't handle it, and it'll go as a leadoff error. Second error of the game on the Cardinals. That'll bring up Ty Frito, the shortstop from Mount St. Mary's. Frito can't find him. First pitch fouled out of play, 0-1. Frito hitting 143, playing in his fifth game. He's 2 for 14, no home runs, 3 RBIs. I'm sorry, no RBIs, 3 walks. The 0-1 swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 foul into the screen. We'll do it again, 0-2. So for the second inning in a row, the Royals get a leadoff base runner on. The 0-2 is swung on and missed, and Frito down on strikes. Williams thought about throwing behind the runner at first, but he lost the handle on the ball. And it skipped back behind him, but no advancement by Ruiz. That'll bring up Tyler Bennick. Bennick, a 250 hitter, playing in just his second game of the season, hitting 1 for 4. No home runs, no RBIs. Left-handed hitting corner infielder. Throw to first, back in time's Ruiz. Pitch will miss outside, 1-0. The 1-0 swung on and missed. County evens up 1-1. No score, bottom of the second. Late getting going. The 1-1 fouled out of play toward the Royals bullpen. It'll be 1-2. And it'll land on the batting cages just in front of the Royals bullpen. A ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. A 1-2 upstairs for a ball. County evens 2-2. Strike 3 on the outside corner, and Bennick is down on strike. So after giving up the leadoff error, he struck out the next 2 hitters. And Emmendorfer will hit. Emmendorfer, the second baseman from Charleston Southern, hitting .444, playing in his third game. He's 4 for 9. No home runs, 4 RBIs. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. Off the plate for a ball. Count evens up, ball and a strike. 2 outs. Royals trying to jump on top here in the second. The 1-1 grounded toward third. It'll be a foul ball. Emmendorfer can keep it going. Bodie Pullen bats next. But there are 2 outs in the inning and 2 strikes on the Royals second baseman, John Emmendorfer. The 1-2 grounded again toward third. This time up with it is Casada. He will throw on to first in time. So the Royals again get the leadoff hitter on base. Can't move him around. Your score after 2 complete, the Royals no runs, no hits, and error. They leave another runner on. We're 0-0 going to the third. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the third, no score, Royals and Cardinals. Owen Powell back to the mound for the Royals. He'll face 9-1-2 for Front Royal here in the third. Throw down to second. We're ready to go. Leadoff hitter for the third. Catcher from James Madison, J.P. Williams. Not seeing Mr. Williams on their stat sheet. He might be making his first appearance. Nope, there he is. Playing in his second game, 0 for 4. No batting average, no home runs, no RBIs. Right-handed hitting catcher. Fouls one off toward the Royals dugout, 0-1. The 0-1. That'll miss inside. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Powell sets the 1-1. Slider misses outside. 2-1 the count. Powell comes set, the 2-1. That'll miss outside, 3-1. Both teams have got the leadoff hitter on both of the first 2 innings. Front Royal threatening to do that again here in the third. Powell's 3-1. Fouled into the screen, 3-2 the count. Powell gets his sign payoff pitch due to J.P. Williams. The 3-2 in the dirt for a ball, and Powell will walk another leadoff hitter here. His second walk of the game. Both have been to leadoff innings. Got away with it in the first. And speaking of the leadoff walk, it was Teshima who walked to lead off the game. Stands in now. Walk, stole second, but was stranded there to end the first. Left-handed hitting shortstop drops down a beautiful bunt, and there's going to be nobody going to be able to get him, and they do. Nice play by Powell to slide on his knees, grab the ball, and flip to first just in time to retire Teshima for out number one. Williams will move to second. We'll see. He was definitely hitting, bunting for a hit, but so we'll say no sacrifice on the play, and the Cardinals have a runner second base with one out. For Caden Hessemeyer, flew to center field his first time up. 0-1. Powell checks the runner. The 1-0. Line into center field. That's a base hit. Rounding third. They're going to hold him up there. The Cardinals will have first and third with one out. Hessemeyer, a line drive into center field, and the Cardinals have it going here in the third for Boston Torres, who lined to second his first time up. 0-1. Second hit of the game for the Cardinals as they threaten here in the third. Throw to first back in time is Hessemeyer. Cardinals have hit the Royals 2-1. No score as we play in the third. Torres trying to change that right now, and he'll take a pitch. Just missed. I'm not sure where, either inside or down. 1-0 the count. Powell's 1-0. Off of the pitch, the runner from first, and there will be no throw. So Hessemeyer will pick up his second stolen, or the Cardinals' second stolen base of the game. The pitch is in there for a strike, so it's 1-1 with runners on second and third now. A 1-1. That'll miss outside. Out of town scores. Covington and Waynesboro, they're still 5-2. That's now in a rain delay. Harrisonburg on top of Culpeper 5-0. Stanton, Charlottesville, they're 2-2, top of the fourth. No updates on Woodstock, Purcellville, and Strasburg, Newmarket. Those two games could be rained out. Couple pitches off the plate. It's now 3-1 to Torres. He's trying to pick up a base hit here and give the Cardinals 2 runs. Powell's 3-1. Lifted towards center field, should be playable. Padilla comes on. Short center field, the throw home will be off the plate to the first base side. And it'll go as a sacrifice fly for Torres as he'll drive in the first run of the game. So Williams scores to make it 1-0 on the sacrifice fly. And that'll bring up Figueroa. Maybe Figueroa is why I'm calling Quesada Jose, because they do have a Jose in the lineup. This is him here. First pitch to Quesada off the plate for ball 1-0. Quesada flew out to right to end the first inning, trying to add to a 1-0 Front Royal lead as we play in the third. The 0-1 rather swung on and missed, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. To Jose Figueroa. Check swing, did he go? They're going to ask for help. He said no, he did not. He held up. 1-2 the count. Check of the runner, the 1-2. Grounded toward second base. Emmendorfer fields, throws to first in time. So the Royals avoid major damage here in the third, give up the 1 run. There was 1 hit, there were no errors, and a runner left on base. The leadoff walk comes around to score. The Royal leads it 1-0 after 2.5. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Welcome back to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia. Scoring change to let you know about. They are going to give Teshima a sacrifice on his bunt attempt, so take away the at-bat. He is 0 for 0 with a bunt and a bunt sacrifice and a walk. Back to the top of the order now. I'm sorry, the bottom of the order. Bodie Poland, number 9 hitter, leads it off for the Royals. Poland, right fielder from Shepherd University. He'll lift this one to center field, and Poland will be out on 1 pitch to start the Royals' third. Now back to the top of the order for Padilla. Jamie Padilla, 1 for 1 of the base hit. Single to lead off the game was erased on the fielder's choice. First pitch to Padilla fouled off into the catcher's glove, 0-1. The wind, the 0-1, fouled into the screen, 0-2. The 0-2 downstairs for a ball, 1-2. Nicholas has his sign, the 1-2. Swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him, and Padilla down on strikes. Out number 2 here in the third for Connor Guy. Guy reached on the fielder's choice, got around a second on the throwing error, and was stranded there in the Royals' first. First pitch will catch the outside corner, 0-1 to the left-handed hitting right fielder for the Royals. The 0-1, that's downstairs. Count evens. Ball and a strike. Nicholas is 1-1. Grounded toward first. It's a foul ball. Royals catch a break there as he hit it hard, but able to range over and make the play was McNeely, and it would have been an easy out to end the inning, assuming he made a good throw to the pitcher covering. 1-2 the count on Connor Guy. The wind, the 1-2. Tap toward the first base side. Nicholas is going to range over field, and he'll just run down and tag the bag himself. So Connor Guy will ground out, 1 assisted, 2 in the inning. Royals go in order here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Your score after 3 complete. Front Royal 1, Winchester 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the fourth. Cardinals lead at 1-0. 5, 6, 7 to hit for Front Royal here in the fourth. Owen Powell back to the mound for the Royals. Aiden McNeely will lead it off. He's 1 for 1. He doubled his first time up. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The Cardinals have gotten their leadoff hitter on in each of the first 3 innings, twice by a walk, once by a double. Last inning, the leadoff walk came back to bite the Royals as it came around to score the only run of the game. That pitch fouled into the screen. Count evens up 1-1. The 1-1 misses outside, 2-1. The wind, the 2-1, that'll miss upstairs, 3-1, and now he's a pitch away from walking the leadoff hitter for the 3rd time in 4 innings. Fouled out of play. 3-2 the count. Powell comes set, the 3-2. Slider down and away, and it'll be ball 4 for the third time in 4 innings. Powell has walked the leadoff hitter, and the Cardinals have had the leadoff hitter on in every inning. Bring up Jackson Hill. Hill grounded to short his first time up 0 for 1. First pitch, fouled into the screen, 0-1. Fouled out of play, 0-2 the count. The 0-2 grounded toward first, backhanded by Rubendahl. He'll run over and tag the bag. Hit hard enough for a double play, but it was right at the bag, so Rubendahl will take the out. McNeely will move down to second, and Hill hit that one right on the screws and nothing to show for it. Runner at second now for Casada rather, with one out. One out, runner at second. Top of the fourth, Front Royal 4-1 or 1-0. I'm sorry. Pitch will miss inside, 1-0. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Count evens 1-1. Powell checks the signs, has one he likes. Checks the runner at second, the 1-1. Grounded sharply to second. Emmendorfer up with it. He'll throw on to first for the out. McNeely will move to third. And the Cardinals have a runner at third with 2 outs. For Isaiah Frost. I've got Forrest on the mind. Millbrook is playing the championship game of the region tournament, and they're playing Jefferson Forest. Frost 0 for 1. He grounded to first his first time up, trying to give the Cardinals a 2-run lead here in the fourth. First pitch. Lifted toward left field. If it's down, it's trouble. It is going to drop just inside the foul line. Nobody can get it. No man's land. And Frost is going to slide safely into second with a 2-out RBI double right off the end of the bat, just over Bennick's head down the left field line for an RBI double. So the Cardinals do indeed take a 2-0 lead on their third hit of the game. McNeely scores easily. And again, Frost at second for J.P. Williams, who walked and scored the first run of the game for the Cardinals. First pitch downstairs for a ball. 1-0. 2-0 the count on Williams. Powell checks the runner at second, the 2-0. Misses downstairs, 3-0. And now Ruiz is going to go out and have a chat with Powell, see if he can't settle him down and get him back in the zone here. For the second inning in a row, a leadoff walk has come around to score. The Royals trail at 2-1. I can hear my old junior college baseball coach, God rest his soul, screaming about the leadoff walks. And boy, did I hear that conversation more than I care to remember. Powell sets the 3-0. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. Williams can pick up a base hit here. The Cardinals will jump out 3-0. Powell trying to keep that from happening. Powell sets, he'll check the runner, the 3-1. Lined in a little right field, and he's going to indeed pick up that RBI, rounding third and coming home. The ball to the plate, not in time, closer than I thought it would be. Is Connor Guy with a strong throw to the plate, but J.P. Williams with an RBI single, and the Cardinals now lead it 3-0. Ross will score to make it 3-0. That'll bring a visit from the Royals dugout. See if they stick with Powell here, if they're going to make a move, and they are indeed going to make a move. So we will check the new pitcher, check the stats on Powell. So Powell will go 3 2/3 innings. Is on the hook to be the losing pitcher. Gave up 4 hits. Walked 3, did not strike anybody out. And he is so far given up 3 runs. They're all earned. And oh, by the way, all 3, with the exception of the leadoff walk of the game, 2 of the 3 walks have come in to score. Dominic Vasalio will be the new pitcher from Long Island University. Dominique making his second appearance for the Royals, both in relief. He's worked 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs. He's walked 1, no earned run average on the young season. And of course, no record. Vasalio, the right-hander, just finished up his junior year at Long Island University. Hails from Brooklyn, New York. Back to the top of the order for the Cardinals. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Pitch misses off the plate. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Swung on and missed. Good pitch there to get ahead in the count, 1-2. The 1-2. Grinder right back up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Another 1-2 pitch. Too fat to the hitter. And Soto wraps it into center field for a base hit. Williams goes first to third. And the Cardinals not done yet here in the fourth. Fifth hit of the game for the Cardinals. And now Caden Heisemeyer, 1 for 2 on the night. A chance to put a big number up for the Cardinals here in the fourth. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Dominic Vasillo, he'll miss downstairs, 2-0. Kind of comes from the right side about 3/4. Not over the top, but not straight sidearm either. The set, the 2-0. That'll miss down and in, 3-0. Vasillo's 3-0, and that's going to hit him in the back of the leg. So the Cardinals are going to have him loaded here with 2 outs in the fourth. Vasillo comes on in relief. Immediately gives up a base hit and hits a batter. Bring up Boston Torres. Torres 0 for 1. He's driven in a run of the sacrifice fly. Williams at third. Soto at second. Heisemeyer at first for Torres. Still 2 outs in the inning. First pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 to Torres. That's in there for a strike. Count evens 1-1. Three nothing Front Royal. We play here in the top of the fourth. They're trying to put a big crooked number on the board here against the Royals. The 1-1 fouled out of play, 1-2. And now you got the bases loaded for the middle of their order. Not an ideal place to be down by 3, but get Torres out, limit the damage, and go to work with the sticks. Vasillo comes set, the 1-2. Fouled out of play, we'll do it again, 1-2. Dominic has his sign, the 1-2. That'll miss down and in. Good hard breaking ball, but Torres able to lay off of it as it dove off the table at his feet, down and in. Count evens up 2-2. The 2-2 just misses outside. Everybody wearing Royals gold was headed toward the dugout. The umpires that got in for free thought it was strike 3. But off the plate for ball 3. And the Cardinals will be in motion with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Vasello comes set, the 3-2. Ball 4, he walked in a run. So give Torres his second RBI of the game, and Front Royal now leads it 4-0. Soto moves to third, Hessenmeyer to second, now Torres at first. Still 2 outs and the bases loaded for Jose Figueroa. He's 0 for 2. He's flown to right and grounded to second. Pitch in there for a strike, and that looked pretty close to what was just ball 3 a moment ago. 0-1 the count. Royals trying to stay within shouting distance here. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Good hard fastball there, and now he's ahead in the count on Figueroa, 0-2. The Cardinals have batted around in the inning. 9th hitter to hit for Front Royal here in the 4th. They've tacked on 3 runs to a 1-0 lead. The 0-2, that'll miss down and away. Count 1-2. 2 walks, a hit batter to go along with 3 hits here for the Cardinals in the inning. The 1-2. And again on the outside corner, and the umpire will not budge, saying it's outside. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 fouled into the screen. We'll do it again. 2-2. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Cardinals. No runs a hit, no errors for the Royals. But they've been done in with some free passes here in the early going. And a 1-2 hanging breaking ball that got smoked into center field for a base hit. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. There's the inside corner. Figueroa thought it was in, but he is down on strikes to end the inning. Cardinals get 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 3. After 3.5 is now Front Royal 4, Winchester 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals of Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Nick Avellano will lead it off. Struck out looking his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Trevor Nicholas back to the mound for the Cardinals. First pitch, slider in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. That'll miss upstairs for a ball. Count evens at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 rather changeup swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Got him to chase a fastball just outside. For strike three rather, second time he struck out Avellano. That'll bring up Nick Rubendahl. Grounded third his first time up. He's 0 for 1. First pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Still in a rain delay in Covington. Covington leads Waynesboro 5-2. Harrisonburg all over Culpeper. That's 8-0 in the fourth. Swung on and missed, 1-1. Stanton, Charlottesville, they're in the bottom of the sixth. They're 2-2. And no update on Woodstock, Percival, Strasburg, Newmarket. We'll assume those two games have been rained out. The 1-1. Grounded sharply down the third base side, but foul. Nicholas has shut the Royals out on one hit through 3 innings. The 1-2. Grounded foul down the third base side. We'll do it again, 1-2. Nicholas is 1-2. Popped him up. Should be easy. Hessenmeyer calling everybody off, and he will make the catch at the edge of the infield turf and the outfield turf. For out number 2, that'll bring up Ruiz. Ruiz 0 for 1. He reached on an error. Royals got a runner to the second base with 1 out in the first. And that has pretty much been the extent of their offensive threats so far. Ruiz led off the second, reaching on an error, but the next 3 hitters were retired. In fact, Nicholas has retired the last 8 hitters he's faced. The 0-1. Grounded towards second base, backhanded by Hessenmeyer. He'll get to his feet, throw on to first. What a play by Hessenmeyer. From his knees, one-hopped it to first to retire Ruiz and end the inning. Put a star on that one as the Cardinals second baseman retires the Royals in order here in the fourth. We go to the fifth. Royals down 4-0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the fifth. Royals down 4-0. A big 3-run inning from the Cardinals in the fourth to push it to 4-0. Aiden McNeely will lead off the fifth just as he did the fourth. He is 1 for 1. He's leading off for the third time tonight. Led off the second with a double. The fourth with a walk, came around to score. 1 for 1 with a run scored. Royals trying to retire the leadoff hitter for the first time tonight. And that pitch is downstairs, 1-0. 3 walks and a double of how the Cardinals have started their 4 innings tonight. The 1-0, that's off the plate for a ball, 2-0. Dominique Vasillo back to the mound for the Royals. His first full inning of work. Will catch the outside corner, 1-0. First 3 hitters he faced when he came in all reached. Walk, a hit batter, and a bases loaded walk before he retired the side to end the fourth. That fastball misses outside. 3-1 should count. The 3-1, that's going to miss inside, and for the fourth time in 5 innings, the Royals have walked the leadoff hitter. In all 5 innings, the Cardinals have had their leadoff guy on base. The last 2 innings, that leadoff walk has come around to score. Jackson Hill will hit. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded to short and grounded to first. So just like last inning, McNeely leads off the inning with the walk, and this pitch way inside for a ball, 1-0. The set, the 1-0. Tap toward second base, too slow for the double play. Emmendorf will field and throw to first. Fielded the high hop to retire Hill, and just like last inning, a walk, then a ground ball to get McNeely to second. Then Quesada came to hit, and he grounded out to move the runner to third, and that's when it all kind of fell apart on the Royals. Double, single, hit batter, and a walk to force in those 3 runs. First pitch to Josh Quesada downstairs. The 1-0 fell into the screen, 1-1. Ball and a strike, 1 out, top of the 5th. Royals down 4. Marcelo, the set. That'll miss downstairs. Count 2-1 now. The 2-1. That'll miss inside. Oh, wow. That looked way inside from here, but the call is a strike, and the count evens up 2-2. There's a big difference between 2-2 and 3-1. And I think Quesada agrees with me on the pitch. The 2-2 off the plate for a ball. Count 3-2 now. Salo has already issued 3 free passes since coming into the game with 2 outs last inning. In danger of another here, the 3-2. That'll miss inside, ball 4. He hit a batter and walked a batter in the 4th. He's now walked 2 here in the 5th. Isaiah Frost made that hurt last time as he ripped a double right down the line to drive in one. He eventually came around to score. And that pitch will miss downstairs for a ball, 1-0. So safe to say that Dominic Vasello's night not going the way he had hoped so far. The 1-0 fouled toward the Royals dugout. 1-1 the count. Harrisonburg now leads Culpeper 9-0. Charlottesville's jumped on top of Stanton 4-2. Everybody else right where they were. Two no scores and one rain delay. The 1-1, that'll miss inside and go all the way, and it hit him, so it's going to be a dead ball, but that rolled all the way to the Cardinals bullpen, so Vasello is now 3 more free passes to load the bases. The Cardinals will have the bases loaded again, and that might be the end of the night for Dominic Vasello. He has walked 3, hit 2 since coming on in the 4th. Just 2/3 of an inning worked, and he will be indeed replaced here. Number 9 hitter coming to the plate for the Front Royal Cardinals, J.P. Williams. He's walked, singled. He's 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored. He also drove in a run. Connor Chansey will be the new pitcher for the Royals. Chansey making his 2nd appearance for Winchester. He's worked an inning and 2/3, allowed 2 hits, no runs. He's walked 2, struck out 2. He's 1-0 on the young season and with no earned run average. And he'll come into a mess here for the Royals. Bases loaded, 1 out, down by 4. Number 9 hitter up for the Cardinals. Chansey has finished up his tosses. He's ready to go. J.P. Williams stands in, trying to put a jolt in the Cardinals' night and give them a very large lead here as we play in the top of the 5th. They already lead at 4-0. They have them loaded with 1 out for their catcher. First pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Vasello goes 2/3 of an inning, allows 1 hit. Check the rest of his numbers here directly. The 1-0. Downstairs for a ball, 2-0. He hit 2 batters. He walked 4. So far, he's allowed 1 run. Oh, I'm sorry, so far he's not allowed a run, but the bases are all his responsibility. The 2-0 has lifted toward left field. Poland coming on. He will make the catch. Let's see if they're going to send the runner. They will send him, and they're going to cut it off, and it'll go as a sacrifice. Now they got the runner hung up between second and third. See if the Royals can get a second out here. They're going to call him out. I don't think that he ever really tagged him, and that might bring a discussion. The Royals are going to run off the field. So they called him out, but I'm not sure that he tagged him, to be honest with you. But McNeely will score to make it 5-0 on the sacrifice fly from Williams. And then what you might want to call a base running mistake is Quesada got hung up between second and third. I don't know if he thought the throw was going all the way to the plate, but it was 5-6. I'm going to say 5-4-6 on the put out. 7-5-4-6. So the put out at third base will be scored 7-5-4-6 to retire Quesada to end the inning. For the Cardinals, they get no more. They get no hits, but they get another run. No run on no, 1 run on no hits. There were no errors, and the Cardinals will leave 1 on base. Your score after 4.5. We're halfway home. It's Front Royal 5, Winchester nothing. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Royals down 5. Nicholas back to the mound for the Cardinals. He'll face 6, 7, 8 for Winchester here in the 5th. Fredo takes a pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Fredo 0 for 1. He's struck out. His only at bat. Fredo, Bennick, and Emmendorfer all 0 for 1. In fact, the Royals have had just 2 base runners, a base hit in the first and an error to lead off the second, and that has been their base running total for the night. As Nicholas has shut the Royals down on 1 hit through 4. The line, the 1-1. That'll miss inside 2-1. So close the book on Vasello. He goes 2/3 of an inning, 1 run. It's earned, 1 hit, 4 walks, 2 hit batters. He did have 1 strikeout, and he will not figure in the decision here this afternoon or tonight. Grounded sharply to short. Up with it. Soto on to first in time. 6-3 for the first out here in the Winchester 5th. Bannock will hit. He struck out looking in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. The wind, the first pitch to Bennick. Lifted toward left field. Should be easy for Torres. He'll come in a few steps and make the catch in left field for out number 2. 2 outs for John Emmendorfer. Emmendorfer grounded to third his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Royals going to have to make some noise in the back half of the game as they find themselves down 5 here. First pitch to Emmendorfer, way outside for a ball 1-0. In fact, if he was a left-handed hitter, it probably would have hit him in the kneecap. But just a ball here to the right-handed hitting Emmendorfer. The 1-0. That'll miss inside 2-0. The line, the 2-0. That'll miss upstairs 3-0. And the last thing you want to do when you're cruising in the 5th inning with 2 outs is put a 2-out base runner on base. He's retired 11 in a row. That 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike, 3-1. There's nothing worse than snapping a streak like that with a 4-pitch walk. Count 3-1 now to Emmendorfer as he tries to get something going for the Royals here with 2 outs. The wind, the 3-1. That's in there for a strike. Count runs full, 3-2. So he's battled back to run it full. The 3-2. Grounded foul toward the Royals dugout. Count holds at 3-2. Payoff pitch due to Emmendorfer. He will take it down and away, and it'll roll away from the catcher. So the Royals get a 2-out base runner, just their 3rd runner of the game. A 2-out walk. First walk issued by Nicholas, and he'll be at first now with 2 outs for Bodie Poland. Poland 0 for 1. Flew to center field, flew to center field his only at bat. Cued off the end of the bat toward the front Royal dugout. Nothing, and 1 the count on local boy Bodie Poland. Played his baseball at James Wood High School. Plays college at Shepherd. He'll take a pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Poland then back to the top of the order. There are 2 outs here in the 5th. Royals need an offensive spark from somewhere. The 1-1. Downstairs, it's going to get away, and that'll allow Emmendorfer to move up on the wild pitch. So 2-1 the count now on Poland, and the Royals again, for the 2nd time tonight, have a runner at second base. The chance to get on the scoreboard. But it's going to take a 2-out hit to make that happen. Pulling ahead in the count, 2-1. That'll miss downstairs, 3-1. And with that pitch missing downstairs, looks like somebody hopped up in the front Royal bullpen, grabbed his glove, and getting ready to start getting loose. Nicholas has cruised through 4+. The 3-1. That'll catch the outside corner. Count 3-2 now. The set, the 3-2. Line toward left field, but it's going to be foul. He just missed getting down the left field line for a run-scoring double. It'll hook foul, and Poland will come back and face another 3-2 pitch. And that'll miss downstairs, ball 4. So after retiring 11 in a row, he's walked Emmendorfer and Poland back-to-back here in the 5th. And that'll bring a visit from the Cardinals dugout. See if that will be the end of the night for Trevor Nicholas. It'd be a shame if it is, as he's pitched a well of a ball game here, and you certainly want to try to get him through the 5th so he qualifies for the win. But early in the season, these guys haven't thrown for a while. Pitch counts are certainly an issue. We're back to the top of the order for Jamie Padilla. Padilla has the only Royals hit of the game. Single to lead off the game. Was retired on a fielder's choice. And Nicholas is indeed going to stay in the game to at least try to get through the inning. Again, the bullpen just now getting going for the Cardinals. First pitch to Padilla. Popped it up. That's going to be foul out of play. Let's see if it gets over the fence, and it will get beyond the Royals dugout and out of play. 0-1 the count on Jamie Padilla, trying to get the Royals on the board here. Good speed on the bases. If he can run one up the alley, Poland could certainly score from first to get the Royals to within shouting distance again. Nicholas comes set, the 0-1. Foul into the screen, 0-2. Looked like the conversation on the mound might have been, look, get us this guy and we'll go to the pen, because it looks like Nicholas might have found himself another gear here. Has the sign, checks the runners. Big deep breath, the 0-2. Upstairs, and Padilla thought about it, but able to lay off of it. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Royals trying to get on the board. Nicholas checks the runners, the 1-2. Downstairs for a ball, gets away, but I don't know if Emmendorfer saw it right away or decided that it wasn't worth the risk to try to move up. 2-2 the count now to Padilla. The set, the 2-2. That'll miss inside. Count runs full, 3-2. And now he's a pitch away from walking him loaded. And the activity in the Cardinals bullpen is the left-hander up just now starting to play catch. He hasn't even started throwing off the mound yet. So I kind of doubt that he's ready to go. The 3-2 popped it up. It is going to be backing out of play. So Padilla stays alive. Padilla battling right here, trying to win the battle and get the Royals closer in the war. Nicholas shakes off a sign. Now he's got one he likes. He'll take a look at the runners. The 3-2 pitch. That's going to miss upstairs. He's walked 3 in a row. We'll see what the Cardinals do here now. Because, boy, a long one sure makes this one a different ball game all of a sudden. Trevor Nicholas had retired 11 in a row. And with 2 outs here in the 5th, he has walked the bases loaded for Connor Guy. Guy reached on a fielder's choice, tapped back of the pitcher, or actually it was a ground ball down the first base line that Nicholas fielded and ran over and tagged the bag, one unassisted. Now Williams is going to go out and talk to Nicholas. I think he might just be buying some time for the guy in the bullpen. See if they can't get him loose and ready to go, as he is now up on the mound throwing. The home plate umpire is going to have none of that. He's going to go out and break up the powwow right now. So Williams has said what he had to say. He's coming back to the plate. He takes a glance down to the bullpen to see what's going on down there. And now Connor Guy is going to hit with the bases loaded and 2 outs. 0 for 2 on the night. Emmendorf for third, Pullen at second, Padilla at first. They all walked with 2 outs. Fouled into the screen, 0-1. Good hack from Connor Guy. And again, with 2 outs, you got to believe if he runs one up the alley, good speed on the bases, the Royals can get right back into this thing. The 0-1. That'll be in there for a strike, 0-2. So after walking 3s, jumped ahead in the count here, 0-2. Check of the runners, the 0-2. Foul down toward the Royals bullpen. We'll do it again, 0-2. Padilla on his horse, but oh, wow. I thought that was fouling out of play toward the bullpen. Torres came over in front of the Royals bullpen and made the catch to retire the side. So I'm set for another pitch, and everybody's running off the field. That'll end the inning for the Royals. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 3 on. Your score after 5, Front Royal 5, Winchester nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Toshida Soto will lead up the Cardinals 6th. He's 1 for 1. He's walked, stolen a base, sacrificed, and singled here this afternoon, or tonight. I don't know why I keep saying this afternoon. Chansey had the count 0-2 as that pitch swung on and missed. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Good pitch by Chansey to get Soto out for the first time. Well, he did sacrifice. The second time they've retired him. And bring up Caden Hessmeyer. He is 1 for 2. He's singled and been hit by a pitch. He also stole a base. First pitch from Chansey. Downstairs for a ball, 1-0, as we have just passed the 9:30 hour on the East Coast. Again, running a little bit late as we got a 45-minute delay to start the game, the 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. On a strike, one out. Grounded sharply to short, past the diving Ty Frito into left field for a base hit. So Hesselmeyer picks up his second hit of the game. I bring up Boston Torres. Torres, he's 0 for 1, but he's driven in a run with a sacrifice fly in the third and a bases loaded walk in the fourth. So no official, I'm sorry, 0 for 1 with 2 RBIs driven in. Left-handed hitting left fielder. He just made that nice play to end the inning on a ball that I thought was well into the Royals bullpen for a foul ball. He went a long way to track it down and end the inning. Get the Cardinals out of a bases loaded jam. 0-1 the count to Torres. Runner at first, one out. Runner off of the pitch. Throw down to second, gonna be nowhere near in time as he short hopped it and threw it on the first base side. And to be quite honest with you, Hesselmeyer's lucky that didn't hit him on the slide by because it hopped right up and almost clipped him in the head. It'll be Hesselmeyer's second stolen base of the game. He's at second now with one out for Torres, who's looking for his third RBI of the game. A 1-1 fouled in the screen, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the 6th. The Cardinals lead it 5-0. Swung on and missed. Good off-speed pitch from Chansey for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Jose Figueroa. Figueroa is 0 for 3 on the game. He's flown out, grounded out, and struck out as he steps in with a chance to give the Cardinals a 6-run lead here. Left-handed hitting designated hitter. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. These two teams get back together on Tuesday night over in Front Royal. Neither one of these teams, along with the rest of the Northern Division, have another day off until a week from this coming Monday. Everybody's got to make up that first game. The 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Actually, I don't know that the Cardinals scheduled that game for Monday. I know a couple other teams did. The 1-1, that's in the dirt for a ball. 2-1. See if I can pull Front Royal up here. Two won the count to Figueroa. Foul to the screen, 2-2. Well, now the Front Royal website says that that game was played and they won 8-7. Oh, now swung on to run the count full, 3-2. They have indeed moved that game to Monday, so Woodstock and Front Royal will play their makeup game this coming Monday. The 3-2 to Figueroa. Off of the pitch is the base runner, but Figueroa will strike out. 2 in the inning, swung on and missed for the Cards here in the 6th. No runs a hit, no errors, a runner left. Your score after 5.5. Front Royal continues to lead it 5-0. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Cardinals will go to the bullpen. They'll bring in left-hander Galvin Jackson from, good Lord, Gavin Austin from Jackson State Community College. Austin making his second appearance, both in relief. He's worked 2 innings, allowed 2 hits. 1 run, it's earned. He's walked 3, struck out 2. He has no record earned run average at 4.50. He'll face 3, 4, 5. Avellano, Rubendell, and Ruiz to hit for the Royals here in the 6th, down by 5. This fouled out of play. Well, we give it a look and make sure it's out of play this time, and it will hit in the bleachers. Nicholas goes 5 innings, no runs. He only allowed 1 hit. He walked 3, and those were the 3 hitters in a row with 2 outs in the 5th. Struck out 5. He did throw 1 wild pitch and is in line to win this game if the Cardinals can hold on to it. Alston given the keys to the car to try to do that. The 0-1-2 Avellano, that'll miss outside. 1-1 the count. That one ripped but foul and out of play. Ball and 2 strikes on the Royals' designated hitter. Usually plays first when he's not in the DHing role. 1-2 the count. 1-2, and that'll miss downstairs. Count evens 2-2. Royals trying to keep their winning streak here at home alive as they've won the first 2 at Bridgeforth. The 2-2 lofted towards center field, and it's going to be easily caught by the second baseman, Caden Hessemeyer, who was playing deep there to begin with, and what normally would have been a blooper over his head will turn into an easy fly out for the Royals' 3-hole hitter and brings up Nick Rubendall. Rubendall 0 for 2. The Royals through 5+ have just got 1 hit, and that was the leadoff hitter of the ball game. Rubendall 0 for 2. That's downstairs for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1-1. The 1-1 downstairs, 2-1 the count. Popped foul down the right side. Let's see if he's going to have room. He will make the catch running into the fence in front of the Front Royal bullpen. Jackson Hill went a long way to get there, and just like the 3rd out of the last inning, makes a pretty nice catch to retire a Royals hitter. That'll bring up Ruiz. He is 0 for 2. He's reached on an air and grounded out. Up to 2 outs in the 5th inning, the Royals had just 2 base runners until they got the 3 with the bases loaded, or the 3 walks with 2 outs to load the bases, unable to push anything across. First pitch for a ball downstairs. The 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Off-speed pitch. Ruiz way out in front of it. 1-2. The 1-2 downstairs, 2-2. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Cardinals. No runs a hit, no errors for the Royals. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th. The wind, the 2-2. Started to go, but held up. And probably a lucky thing for the Cardinals because that scooted through Williams and went all the way to the backstop. If had he swung at that, he'd be at first base with 2 outs. Payoff pitch due to Justin Ruiz. The wind, the 3-2. Line towards center field, but Frost is going to range over and make the catch in the alley in left center field. Isaiah Frost with good speed tracked that down, and Ruiz will line out to the center fielder to end the inning. The Royals again go 1, 2, 3 and out. Third time in 6 innings they've done that. Nothing doing for the Royals. Your score after 6 complete. Front Royals 5, Winchester 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the 7th. Royals down 5. First pitch from Chansey in there for a strike. Aiden McNally leading off for the 4th time tonight. He's been on base all 4 times. A double, 2 walks. He's scored twice. Takes a pitch in there for a strike. Nothing in 1. Fouled out of play. Nothing in 2. For the first time in 6 innings, the Royals retired the leadoff hitter last inning. Trying to do that again here, down by 5. The 0-2 lifted foul and out of play toward the front Royal bullpen. Will not quite make it all the way down there. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the 7th, Royals trail it 5-0. Chansey swinging the 0-2. Slider down and away, tried to get him to chase. But McNeely lays off of it. The wind, the 1-2. Line towards shortstop, but Frito doesn't have to move much, and it was right to him. So the Royals retire McNeely for the first time tonight. That'll bring up Jackson Hill, who made the nice running catch in front of the Cardinals bullpen for the second out last inning. He is 0 for 3. 3 ground outs to 3 different players, and he'll do it again as Emmendorfer will field this one, throw on to first in time. So he'll Grounds out for the fourth time, and the Cardinals have 2 outs here in the top of the seventh. Remember, Josh Quezada 0 for 2 with the walk. He was the one cut down in the rundown to end the 5th inning after the sacrifice fly made it 5-0. First pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. The wind, the 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 popped it up. It's going to be just right in front of the Royals dugout, and it scraped the net coming down. Ruiz tried to backhand it. I don't think it would have mattered if he did because it did hit the net, so probably just a dead ball. But Ruiz gave it the effort, but just couldn't come up with it. It'll be 1-2 now. The Royals trying to retire the Cardinals in order for the first time. They got them a couple times in order after a guy got on base. The 1-2 downstairs for a ball, 2-2. Yeah, it's a bad recipe when you let that first guy get on base all night long. The Royals have seen that happen tonight with 3 of them coming in to score. And a good bit of them leadoff walks. All 3 leadoff walks are all 3. That pitch misses outside, 3-2. Outside of Soda leading off to walk the game. The other 3 came in to score. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chansey's wind, the 3-2, and that'll miss. So it'll be a walk, and the Royals will not get their first 1-2-3 inning of the night. That'll bring up Isaiah Frost. Frost is 1 for 2. Grounded out, doubled, scored a run. He's also driven in a run with that double. And walked. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Tap towards short. Frito up with it. He will flip to first just in time to get the speedy Isaiah Frost heading down the line. Frost gave it everything he had, but Frito able to throw him out for the Cardinals here in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner. Your score after 6.5. Front Royal 5, Winchester nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Royals trail at 5-0. Gavin Austin back to the mound for the Cardinals for his second full inning of work. He'll face 6, 7, 8 for the Royals. Fredo, Binnick, and Emmendorfer. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 fouled out of play. Count evens 1-1. Ball to strike. Swung on and missed off-speed pitch. He was way out in front. The 1-2 from Alston. Downstairs, they're going to ask for help. They're going to say he did not go. Count evens up 2-2. Fouled out of play. The count 2-2. The 2-2 off the plate for a ball, 3-2. Chopped toward third. Quesada up with it. He will throw on to first in time to retire the Royals leadoff hitter here in the seventh. Royals starting to run out of opportunities here. Binnick is 0 for 2. He struck out and flown to left. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. Alston his second inning of work in relief of the starter Trevor Nicholas, who went 5 one-hit innings. Check swing, he went too far, 1-1. The 1-1. Downstairs 2-1. The 2-1 pitch lined to second base again. Hessenmeyer playing rather deep at second base, and he easily made the catch. It's the second time tonight the Royals have been robbed of a looping line drive base hit, with Hessenmeyer playing basically in right center field shallow, and he'll get this ground ball. He'll flip to first in time, throws low, but McNeely stays with it at first, and the Royals go in order. And after the three walks to load the bases in the fifth, the Royals have now gone 7 in a row to Cardinals pitching. They'll go down in order here in the seventh again. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the eighth. Front Royal 5, Winchester nothing. You listen to Winchester Royals, Valley Baseball League action. We go to the eighth. It's been all Front Royal here so far tonight. They lead it 5-0. The Royals have been shut down on one hit through 7 innings. Team that scored 10 runs last night at Waynesboro, 11 runs a couple nights ago here against Stanton, and 14 runs here against Newmarket opening night. Nothing to show tonight as they are just one hit. That breaking ball in there for a strike, nothing in one. J.P. Williams, the catcher, leads it off. He has walked and scored, singled and scored, driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. And he'll drop this one in there to left field for a base hit. So Williams picks up his second hit of the night. He's scored twice and driven in 2. Hashima Soto will be the hitter now. He has got a hit. He's walked, stolen a base. He's also sacrificed and struck out. 1 for 3. I'm sorry, 1 for 2. This one fouled out of play. Nothing in 1. Chansey's 0-1. Upstairs for a ball. Count evens 1-1. Top of the order for the Cardinals. Nobody out. Runner at first to try to add to a 5-0 lead. They've out hit the Royals 7-1. The Royals haven't committed an error, but they've plenty of walks to help out the Cardinals here tonight. That's off the plate for a ball. 2-1. First 2 pitchers for the Royals walked 7 combined. Add in 1 more for Chansey. It's 8 walks through 7 innings. The 2-1, that'll miss outside. 3-1, and now a pitch away from another one. The 3-1. Ball 4 would be the 9th walk of the night issued by Royals pitching. Second by Chansey. And now with runners on first and second, Hesselmeyer's going to hit. He is 2 for 3. Flown out to center. He's got a couple of hits, 2 stolen bases, and he's been hit by a pitch. And that's going to bring another visit from the Royals dugout to have a chat with Chansey. Meeting on the mound is over. First pitch to Hessemeyer, fouled out of play, 0-1. Nobody out, top of the 8th. Royals down 5. Cardinals threatening to make it worse here. First two guys on base for the middle of the order, 2, 3, 4 for the Cardinals to try to add on. The 0-1 line towards center field. Nobody's going to get to that one. It's going to be a nice dive. Did he make the catch? They just say no, he did not. It was a nice diving effort by Padilla. And now the Royals are going to throw it all over the ballpark, and a run's going to score on the first error of the game for Winchester. Padilla made the diving effort, and everybody had to hold up. So they tried to throw it around, and then saw that Hessemeyer had gone too far. I'm sorry, they tried to get Soto at second base. The throw got away, skipped past everybody, and on the throwing error, the Cardinals will score another run, so give Hessemeyer a base hit. He moves to second on the air. Williams will come in to score on the air. And I believe the air is going to be, who are they going to give the air to? Left fielder? Center fielder, you're right. So Padilla will pick up the air. In the meantime, the Royals are going to go to bullpen. Connor Chansey's night comes to an end. So the air will be charged to the shortstop, Ty Frito. New pitcher for the Royals coming on in relief from the from Lynchburg College, I apologize. Michael Rollins will be the new Royals pitcher. Rollins making his third appearance for Winchester. He's worked 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, 5 runs. They're all earned. He's walked 1, struck out 3, a record. I'm sorry, I got the wrong guy. He's walked 1, struck out 3. He's 0-1 with a 22.50 earned run average. Rollins, the right-hander, on in relief. That'll bring up Boston Torres now with a 6-0 lead. Runners on second and third, and a chance to really put a hurting on the Royals here with runners on second and third and nobody out. Swung on and missed. I think it won the count on Torres, who is 0 for 2. He's walked and driven in a run, sacrificed fly and driven in a run. First pitch, or the 0-1 from Rollins. Fouled out of play. 0-2. Chansey goes 2 2/3. Gives up 3 hits. The 0-2 from Rollins. Swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him. Good live fastball there for the first out in the inning. Brings up Jose Figueroa. Figueroa 0 for 4 on the night. Chansey walked 2. pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Struck out 3, and of course, the base runners are his responsibility. So right now, 1 run for Chansey, but may add to that the 0-1 from Rollins. Downstairs for a ball, 1-1. And Chansey will not figure into the decision here this afternoon, tonight. We are well past afternoon. Maybe that's the problem. I think we're well past my bedtime, too. The 1-1 from Michael Rollins. Line towards center field. Padilla coming on. He'll make the catch. Tag at third. The throw. He's going to bluff coming. And the Royals are going to avoid a run for the time being as Figueroa hit it right on the screws, but right to Padilla in center field and not deep enough to get the runner home. So if the Royals can work around McNeely here, they can get out of the inning with no more damage. McNeely, though, is 1 for 2, a double, and 2 runs scored off of walks. Trying to make it at least 7, if not 8-0 here. That'll catch the outside corner, 0-1. So though that ball was hit right on the screws, a nice job by Rollins to get the first 2 outs of the 2 hitters he has faced here. Trying to close the door on the Cardinals and keep it at 6. The 0-1, that's upstairs. Count evens 1-1. Rollins comes set, the 1-1. That'll miss outside, 2-1. 2 balls, a strike, 2 outs. The 2-1 fouled out of play, 2-2 the count. So Rollins a pitch away from getting the Royals out of this mess with limited damage. Cardinals have 8 hits on the game. Number 9 will bring in 2 more runs. The 2-2, strike 3 called, and McNeely knew it. So nice job, Michael Rollins, to come in with runners on second and third, and nobody out. Strikes out 2, gets a line drive to center field. The Cardinals score a run on 2 hits. There was 1 Royals error, and they leave 2 men on base. Your score after 7.5. It's Front Royals 6, Winchester nothing. Running out of time. The Royals need to get going here. We go to the bottom of the 8th. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Nine 1-2 to hit for the Royals here in the 8th. Bodie Pullen will lead it off. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and stranded at second. Back in the 5th, he was one of the 3 walks with 2 outs to load the bases that the Royals couldn't cash in. They have been shut out on 1 hit through 7 innings. The 1-0 to Pullen. That's in there for a strike, 0-2. Ball and a strike. Nobody out. Bottom of the eighth. It's been all front Royals so far. The 1-1. Off the plate for a ball. 2-1. Royals need a little bit of offensive firepower here. The 2-1. Lifted toward right center field. In the alley. That guy Frost is going to range over and make the catch again. Looked like it had a chance to get up the alley, but Isaiah Frost, with good speed, ranges over to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order for Padilla. Padilla's been on base twice. He's singled and walked. 1 for 2. First pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-0. Connor Guy waits on deck. Royals down to their last 5 outs, and they haven't done a whole lot with the first 22. They've been out hit 8-1. They've been outscored 6-0. Front Royal has made one more error than the Royals, but the 2 Cardinal errors have not come back to hurt them at all. Alston's won the 1-0. Cue ball down the first base side, but it'll be foul. Harrisonburg has defeated Culpeper 15-0. They stopped that one after 7 innings. Well, actually after 6.5 with Harrisonburg all over Culpeper. The 1-1. In there for a strike, 1-2. Charlottesville leads Stanton 8-2 there in the top of the 9th. And Waynesboro Covington still 5-2 in a rain delay. They've probably suspended that one by now. The 1-2 off the plate, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. That'll miss outside. Count runs full, 3-2. The 3-2. That's outside for a ball. It'll kick off the backstop and roll right back to Williams, but the Royals have a 1-out base runner here in the 8th in the form of Jamie Padilla. Padilla on for the 3rd time tonight. He owns the only hit for the Royals. That'll bring up Connor Guy. Guy is 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st. He has since grounded out and flown out. That pitch will get past Williams and go all the way to the backstop. So Padilla will move up on the wild pitch, and he'll be there with nobody out for Guy to try to get the Royals on the board. And don't give up on this one yet. Stranger things have happened. I've seen 10-run leads blown in the last couple innings of Valley League games, but so far the Royals have shown no offensive spark at all tonight. The 1-0. That's downstairs, 2-0. There is absolutely nothing going on in the Cardinals bullpen right now. Check of the runner, the 2-0. That'll catch the corner, 2-1. Alston comes set, the 2-1. foul down the left side toward the Royals bullpen, and I'm going to wait till I see it hit the ground before I say it's a foul ball because I've seen Torres catch something along those lines earlier tonight, but this one will one hop into the Royals bullpen. The count holds at 2-2. Now there is a right-hander up and playing catch in the Cardinals bullpen, but he's not gotten to the mound yet. He's just up playing catch. The 2-2. Grounded towards second base. Hessemeyer up with it. He will throw on to first in time. I think he thought he had more time than he did with Guy getting down the line, but able to get the throw to first in time for the second out here in the eighth. Padilla will move to third, and he'll be there now with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Avellano. He's 0 for 3. Has struck out twice and popped the second. First pitch lifted towards center field. Should be easy for Frost. He'll range over a little bit toward left and make the catch. So Avellano will fly out on the first pitch he sees, and the Royals down here in the eighth. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left. Your score. After 8 complete, Front Royals 6, Winchester nothing. You listen to Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the ninth. The Royals need at least 6 to tie it, but before that, they got to get through the top of the order, or the top of the ninth. 6, 7, 8 to hit for the Cardinals here in the ninth. Hill, Quezada, and Frost. First pitch, line foul. Down the line, 0-1. Hill, 0 for 4. He's grounded out all 4 times. The 0-1. That'll miss and go all the way to the backstop. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. J.P. Williams out of the number 9 hole for the Cardinals. 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. Has been a thorn in the Royals side all night. Should anybody reach, he would hit here in the inning. That pitch off the plate for a ball, 2-1. The 2-1 off the plate for a ball, 3-1. Caden Hessemeyer has 3 of the Cardinals' 8 hits on the game. The 3-1 swung on and missed. 3-2 the count. It's lined foul out of play. Count remains 3-2 on Jackson Hill. Swung on and missed. He might have chased ball 4, but he is down for the first out here in the 9th. Brings up Josh Quezada. Quezada is 0 for 2. He has walked twice. 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Cardinals. No runs, a hit, no 1 error for the Royals. Tap foul toward the front Royal dugout. Nothing in 1 the count. The 0-1, that'll drop in there for a strike, nothing in 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the 9th. Royals trying to get to the bottom, down by just 6. Downstairs for a ball, 1-2. Rollins 1-2, grounded sharply to short. Up with it is Fredo. He will set, fire on to first in time for out number 2 here in the 9th. Frost will step in. He is 1 for 3. Doubled, drove in a run and scored in the 4th. He's also walked. First pitch to Frost. And he hasn't done a lot at the plate, so he'll chop this one up the middle. It's going to take an amazing play to get him, and it's not going to happen as the ball will be thrown away, and it'll go as the second error on the Royals as the throw that probably should have been made will skip past everybody over by first base into the Cardinal dugout. It'll be the second error of the game on the Royals. Just getting ready to say Frost hasn't done a lot at the plate, but he has taken away some base hits from the Royals in the outfield. That'll go as an infield hit and an error on the second baseman, Emmendorfer. And the Cardinals have another runner in scoring position now for J.P. Williams, who's been a thorn in the Royals' side all night long. A couple of hits, a walk. He scored 3 runs, driven in 2. Chance to add to that number. High and tight, and he has to duck out of the way, 1-0. The 1-0. That'll miss outside, 2-0. Rollins comes set, the 2-0. In there for a strike, 2-1. Regardless of what happens here, there will be no earned runs charged to Rollins. Well, that's not true. Depending on how anybody scores, if they score. So he got on base, but he moved up on the air, the 2-1. Slider will miss outside, 3-1. Now, if you walk him here, it becomes an earned run because he would have got to second base anyway. Rollins comes set, the 3-1. Another look at second. Now the 3-1. Swung on and missed, 3-2. Good fastball there. Rollins trying to keep the Royals right here, needing just 6 to tie as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Rollins has his sign. The 3-2. Foul tipped, and Ruiz couldn't hold on to it, so we'll do it again, 3-2. Winchester and Front Royal, first of 6 games between these two Northern Division rivals this season. So far, game 1 has been all Front Royal, 6-0 as we're playing in the top of the ninth. Rollins has his sign, the 3-2. Swung on and missed. Good hard slider there, and Williams chased it down and away. So the Cardinals threaten again here in the ninth, but come up empty. No runs a hit. There was 1 error, 1 runner left on base. We've played 8.5. It's Front Royal 6, Winchester nothing. Royals need some magic here in the ninth to pull this one out. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. You said 20? Oh, apparently I forgot to turn this thing off. Cardinals will go to the bullpen, bring on Luka Vucevic. Try to close it out. He has worked in 2 games for the Cardinals. He's worked on 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He is no record. Comes in with an earned run average of 0.00. Obviously not a save situation at this point. So just trying to close it out. Nick Rubenthal will lead it off. Nick is 0 for 3 tonight. Royals have been shut down through 8 innings on 1 hit by a pair of Cardinals pitchers, and Vucevic trying to close it out. Front Royal wins, they'll move to within a half a game of Woodstock, who apparently was rained out tonight. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Mr. Vucevic has a nasty slider, as he showed there. Charlottesville 8-2 in the top of the ninth. Woodstock at Percival, Strasburg at Newmark apparently have been rained out, as there are no updates on those games. The 0-1 swung on and missed after the nasty slider. He pulled the string on a changeup, 0-2. Charlottesville has beat Stanton 8-2, so we are the only game still going, as everybody else is dealing with rain. The 0-2 swung on and missed. He chased one downstairs, and good morning, good afternoon, good night, as Vucevic makes quick work of the Royals' first baseman. I bring up Justin Ruiz. Ruiz hit it hard his last time up. It's a nice play by Isaiah Frost to cut it down in left center field for the out. He's 0 for 3. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 slider down and away, 1-1. The 1-1, another slider just down and away. I don't know if Ruiz knew it was down, but he laid off of it. Not sure I could have done that. 2-1 the count. I think he's got a sharp break and a nice drop. The 2-1 rather, and that's going to be down and away. 3-1. That fastball misses outside. So Ruiz trying to be a base runner here in the ninth. Royals need him plus a few more to even think about a rally. The 3-1 to Ruiz. Fouled out of play. 3-2's your count. Everybody in the front Royal bullpen thinks this one's in the bag, as they have left the bullpen and moved down to the dugout, ready to gather their stuff and get on the bus for the short trip back to Front Royal. The set, the 3-2. Line toward right field, and that's going to be a base hit. Royals get their second hit of the night. It took to the ninth inning to get it done, but Ruiz will be a one-out base runner for Ty Fredo, who is 0 for 3. I stand corrected. Ryan Frontera is going to pinch hit here. Frontera pinch hitting for Ty Fredo. Let's pull up the stat sheet again, and Frontera playing his fourth game, a .333 hitter, 3 for 9. No home runs, no RBIs. He's been hit and been walked as he pinch hits, and he hits this one sharply down the third base side toward the Royals dugout. 0-1 the count on the pinch hitter Ryan Frontera. Tyler Bennick waits on deck. The 0-1 upstairs for a ball, 1-1 the count. Vukovic comes set, the 1-1. That's outside for a ball, 2-1. What's left of the crowd here? Winchester pulling for Ryan to keep the inning going, the 2-1. Fisted foul into the screen, 2-2 the count. The set, the pitch, the 2-2 upstairs, and that'll miss outside 3-2. So Frontier run it full with one out here in the ninth. Payoff pitch misses outside, and the Royals have a pair of base runners now with one out in the ninth. So not going quietly here in the ninth. And now left-handed hitting Tyler Bennick will step in. Bennick 0 for 3 tonight. Vukovic comes set, the first pitch to Bennick. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. And that's going to bring a visit from the Cardinals bullpen, or the Cardinals dugout rather. And again, if they decide they want to go in a different direction, they're going to have to scramble a little bit because everybody in the bullpen has come down to the dugout. It is still a 6-run ball game. Front Royal well in command, but a couple base runners for the Royals here in the ninth to raise a little bit of hope. Frontera, the hitter that just walked and moved to first. Plays his baseball at Seton Hall. Now Bennick a chance to do some damage. That'll miss down and in, 2-0. Vukovic has his sign. He'll set the 2-0. Swung on and missed. He swung over that hard slider down and in. He must have been looking fastball because I got to believe 2-0. You leave that slider alone if you see it coming. The 2-1. There's the fastball. It's going to be grounded toward first, backhanded by McNeely. He'll flip to Vukovic covering. Off the bat, it looked like that might sneak into right field, but McNeely off the bag to backhanded, throws to first for the out. Now the Royals down to their last chance. Amendorfer's got to get on to keep it going. He's 0 for 2. He's walked and was stranded at third back in that fifth inning when the Royals got three walks to load the bases. But right now, last chance for the Royals. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. If Vukovic can close it out right here, Trevor Nichols gets the win. Owen Powell would take the loss for the Royals. A 1-0, that's downstairs 2-0. Bodie Pullen waits on deck if the Royals can extend the inning here. There are 2 outs. The 2-0. That'll miss down and away. There's that 2-0 slider that Bennick couldn't lay off of, but Emmendorfer does, and now it's 3-0. He's got a lot of confidence in that pitch. He'll throw it any time in the count. And that is going to get somebody to head down to the bullpen for Front Royal. Of course, right now he's going by himself. There's a catcher to go with him, and that's going to be inside, ball 4. So the Royals will load him up here in the ninth. Not done yet. And that'll leave it up to Bodie Pullen. Pullen is 0 for 2. He's flown to center twice and walked. And at least one of those fly balls to center field was Isaiah Frost taking a base hit away from him on a nice running play. First pitch to Pullen. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. Poland thought it was either upstairs or outside. The Royals dugout, after no runs through 8 innings, has come to life, trying to urge Poland to extend the inning. The 0-1. Strike 2 on the fastball in the outside corner, and I think Poland thought that was outside. So the Royals down to their last strike now. 0-2 with 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That'll miss downstairs. Out of bet the house that nasty slider was coming, but he stayed with the fastball down and away. I got to believe that slider's coming now. 1-2, 2 outs. Poland trying to extend the inning. The 1-2. Ripped down the left field line, but foul. Poland jumped all over an inside fastball. He goes to that slider down to the count, but when he's ahead in the count, he hasn't used it. We'll see what he does here, 1-2. Poland got that fastball on the inside part of the plate and ripped it, but just foul. Royals clinging to a string here, the 1-2. Lifted toward right field, should be easy for Hill. He will drift over toward the line a couple steps and make the catch. So Poland will fly out to right field. The Royals gave him a finish, but come up empty. No runs a hit, no errors, 2 left for the Royals. Front Royal, 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. The Royals, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Front Royal improves to 4-2 on the season. The Royals will drop to 3-3. Winning pitcher Trevor Nicholas. He'll be 1-0. The losing pitcher will be Owen Powell. Powell will drop to 0-1. Nicholas goes 5 innings, no runs, 1 hit. He walked 3, struck out 5 to shut the Royals down. For Front Royal, Caden Hessemeyer, 3 hits. J.P. Williams, 2 hits. Williams scored 3 times, drove in 2. And Aiden McNeely, he had 2 runs scored. He also had a hit. Boston Torres, the number 3 hitter in their lineup, he drove in 2. The Royals, they only get 2 hits. Jamie Padilla to lead off the game, and then with 1 out in the 9th, Justin Ruiz singles. But the Royals drop this one by the final score of 6-0. Royals on the road tomorrow night as they head to Strasburg to take on the Express. Front Royal returns home to take on the Purcellville Cannons, who were rained out tonight. Again, the Royals right back here Sunday night to take on the Charlottesville Tom Sox, I believe. Yes, Charlottesville's here on Sunday, and the Royals right back here for the makeup game on Monday against the Strasburg Express. That'll do it from the ballpark. Your final score, once again, Front Royal 6, Winchester 0. Mark Sawyer saying good night from the ballpark. We'll talk to you Sunday. And don't forget, before you go to bed tonight, call your parents and tell them you love them. Good night, everybody.